Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. We're going to be going over Lucid Group and why I think Lucid could be one of the best plays to enter in middle of 2025. It's looking very promising on the higher time frame for potential reversal, as it's one of my biggest positions as well. So let's just jump right into it. So Lucid has been trending down right now for the past 4 years, I would assume. Just brutally going down, making lower lows and lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And you can see basically the trends within this chart of just continuous downtrend, right? The question now we're asking ourselves is, hey, is there a potential bottom here on Lucid? You look at the monthly time frame, the volume relative to the rest of the chart is extremely high. And you could be saying, hey, is this accumulation, right? Is this going to be the accumulation for us to get us out of this downtrend? And there is a very good case to why that could be, right? High volume at the lows going sideways. Then we go more locally on this monthly time frame. You make your all-time low on Lucid at $1.93, right? I'm going to mark this maybe level yellow. That's your all-time low. And then this is your first high from that low at 364. And then you came all the way down to 199. And the question you're asking yourself, is this going to be, this is your low, this is your high. Is this a higher low? And is this going to continue to trend up as we make higher highs, right? And higher lows. That's the main idea of, hey, we're on the monthly time frame. Let's catch the bigger trends here. So let's get rid of some of these lines. And we'll just keep it like that for now. So that's your low, that's your high of that range. And this yellow dashed line is your current trend that you're trying to make on the monthly time frame. Now let's mark the monthly levels of support and resistance I'm currently watching on Lucid right now. So where did it bounce from? Where is it possibly going? So we're going to start here. Let me turn on my magnet tool. We're going to start here, turn the magnet tool on. So this right here at 227. I put this in purple for monthly. It is currently bouncing off of that support, which is nice. And then we have resistance here at 302. This level 302 has acted as resistance prior because that's what took you down to the low at $1.99, which I just said earlier. Why? Because if you look at this candle right here, the February candle, it used the juice, it used the energy from that monthly level at 302 to take us to the down move at $1.99. And you're coming right now to test it again. So if you're coming for a second test, it has to reject here. This is a must reject spot. If it doesn't reject here, you're going to push to new highs. If it does reject here, you're going to push to new lows. But the case of how we've been trending down already and the volume is very high, I would say it's likely that we're going to push up, right? So this is actually your monthly resistance that's already tested. So I don't think this is going to act as resistance. So we're going to look above. Hey, where is our next monthly level that you need to watch for? It's going to be right here at $4.02. Because this is one of your trends that took you down. What do we need to hold now? Well, if we need to see what took us to this 402 level. Well, you see these trends within here. I'm gonna take my marker tool out again so you guys can see it. This is your trends within this area. So I'm interested in drawing support and resistance within here. So we're gonna clean up the chart a bit. So we have your monthly level right here at 284, which is tested as well. And then you have monthly support at 261 right here, right? Because this is the move that took you up. This is the move that took you down. And currently we're above that on the monthly. With 7 days, a week left in the monthly, it's very ideal that you close above 261. It's fine if we don't, but closing above 261 is ideal because once we close above it, that could act as support, and once it acts as support, it can push higher to that 402 level. And from current price from here, it's actually a good amount of percentage, I would say. You're looking at 50%. So I would take a good, it would pay off for me at least. If we do hold above 261 on the higher time frame and we just continue to push up, I really do think that these levels here at 360 to where price currently is right now is not very strong resistance. They already used the juice to try to bring it down, and it doesn't look like it's doing that right now. So let's look at the weekly time frame. There's only a couple levels of resistance that I'm currently watching. So I'm just going to move this line here because we don't really need it right now. It's going to be 331, right? And I'm going to mark this for my weekly. Why? Because if you see here, this is the move. This is the move on the weekly time frame that took you to that higher low that we're trying to make. So 331 is your main level of resistance for Lucid. I think that's going to be our short-term target here for Lucid as we do try to hold these swings here. Because look where it's trying to currently bounce from, right? This is the move up, down. It's trying to hold it here. And if you do hold it here, expectation is to go here. And then you have the support here that took you up and took you all the way down to the lows, right? You see how everything sort of comes together when you look at the higher time frame? So you do reject 331, for instance. You could have a retest of that 282 level, and then you can push higher on Lucid to 402. I'm not really going to go more deeper than that. The weeklies and monthly is all you need when you're looking at a stock like this, because it's a slow moving stock. There's no reason to look at the smaller time frame if you're intraday scalping it or whatever. That's not my concern. My concern is basically to see if trend is going to continue on the higher time frame and catch the bigger moves, because Lucid is most likely going to be going above 4. I have targets higher, which I'll mention later in the video. And also, if you want to join my Discord group, link is in the description. We post charts on crypto and anything on there. It's called the Wrecked Recovery Room. We have other traders like me who share our ideas in there. Okay, so going back right into it. So 402 is your main target for Lucid if we're going to hold it. What do we need to stay above on the weekly time frame? So you have your trends within here. Maybe I should clean up the chart just a little bit so you guys can see things a little bit better. When things get messy, you don't have a clean space, you're not going to have clean thoughts, right? So if you're looking at the weekly time frame, all I'm very interested in is holding price above 253. If you just hold the weekly above 253 and you do not close any weekly candles below there, I think we're just good to go up. Because if we just push it on the smaller time frame, this could just be some type of correction here. And I'd like to see what happens tomorrow, because we have one more day in the trading week. This is probably your correction here. And this could be your breakout to that weekly level. And then you see the back test of that, and then you go. So that's what I'm currently looking on for Lucid, holding above 253 on the weekly time frame. No weekly closes below. You got that? No weekly closes below. If it does, we reevaluate. I'll make another video if this video gets good feedback. So like it if you like me, at least. Okay, now I think you guys want my projection of, hey, how high could this thing actually go? What is the idea of where Lucid is going to be going on the higher time frame? So if you want to look for higher time frame targets for Lucid, well, let's just look at these blue lines that the price has been targeting and what has been tested and what hasn't been tested. So we're going to look right here. These levels here at 402. If we get above 402, I'm actually going to be looking at price to go as high as here. It'd be $6.97. And then we have targets as high as here, 678. So this is basically above monthly closes. Above 402, you have $6.78, because these levels here are basically tested. This area here on Lucid is right here. This area here is Air. You know Michael Jordan, like Air Jordan. So it's not going to really act as resistance. Then if we get monthly closes above $6.97, where is our next monthly level that I'm looking above? I have targets at $11.69. So monthly closes above $6.97, then you have $11.90. Above that, we're going to be going all the way here, because why? This level here, these levels here are tested, meaning there is no liquidity here. There's not going to be anything to help bring the price down. They already used these levels to bring the price down. So I'm going to be interested in something that is not tested. Like for here, $22.88 is not tested. What's another level that's not tested? $28.82 is not tested. They tried to test it. They missed the test. And then I also have the start of your trend down, which is at $54. And we have here, I think, to be honest, 23 to 28 is the most fair place to probably get a rejection on Lucid. And that's where I'm mainly targeting as of right now. As a long-term hold, I don't know how long it's going to take, but that's my projection for it. But those are my higher time frame targets. So just going back to where we're at right now, monthly has this level here at 302 tested. They already used that wick that came and brought us down, so I'm not really interested in it. 331 is your next level of resistance. Do not want to close below 253 on the weekly. Closing below there is not pretty, because you're just most likely going to chop around. Could make new low, but it's very unlikely. So I would like to see what happens tomorrow on Friday, and hopefully this just continues its uptrend on this smaller time frame, and we'll get that push to 331, and then maybe even 401 or 402. Alrighty, if you got anything out of the video, like, subscribe, join the Wrecked Recovery Room. If you give me some good feedback and would like me to make more videos on Lucid, that'd be appreciated, as I will be watching this very closely. Alrighty guys, and take care.